When people ask me who my favourite Marvel character is, they usually expect me to say Spider-Man, Wolverine, maybe Iron Man or Black Panther. At one point, it was Spider-Man. Iron Man was great, until he perished in the Avengers movie. But now for me, it's Daredevil, and today I want to tell you why. So how did a blind lawyer from Hell's Kitchen become the most eye-opening and inspiring hero in the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Put down your pitchfork, Spider-Man fans, and let me cook. I wasn't a lifelong Daredevil fan. Like a lot of us, my first real introduction to Matt Murdock came through the Daredevil Netflix series in 2015. Before that, I only vaguely knew about the character from the 2003 Ben Affleck movie, and honestly, that didn't leave much of an impression whatsoever. I even saw him in the new Spider-Man animated series, which I also recommend to you guys to watch. But when the Netflix show launched, I was curious. Me, being a hardcore Marvel fan, I had to hit play on episode 1, and by the end of episode 2, that now iconic hallway fight scene, I was obsessed. Chef's kiss.
Oh, beautiful.
This wasn't a typical superhero show. It was grounded, gritty, and full of nuance. Matt Murdock wasn't invincible. He bled, he broke, he doubted himself. His tenacity reminded me of some other hero on the other side. Matt Murdock grew up in Hell's Kitchen, New York. At a young age, he saved an old man from being hit by a truck carrying radioactive chemicals. The accident blinded Matt, but also heightened his other senses to superhuman levels. He is able to use his senses to depict a logical assumption on someone's experience. Let me show you an example.
I think probably it was a trip down memory lane because you didn't eat, but you did order a drink. See, I can smell the curry on your clothes and I can taste the Jamesons off your lips. I know that just telling you all that makes you uncomfortable.
His father, battling Jack Murdock, was a boxer who instilled in Matt a sense of right and wrong. When Jack was killed by mobsters for refusing to throw a fight, Matt vowed to seek justice. Not just in court as a lawyer, but on the streets as Daredevil. Blind, but more perceptive than anyone else, he became the man without fear. What really drew me in wasn't only the action, though the fights are incredible, it was Daredevil's humanity. He's not a billionaire with a suit of armor, or a god from another realm. He's just a man with trauma, a man who wrestles with guilt, with Catholic faith, with the weight of trying to do the right thing when the system is broken. In life, we all face moments where we feel powerless, trapped by forces bigger than ourselves. Daredevil reminds me that even when the system is rigged, even when the world seems unfair, you still show up, you fight, you get back up. There's a quote from Matt in Daredevil Born Again by Frank Miller, one of the GOAT writers in comic book history. A man without hope is a man without fear. That line hit me hard. It speaks to the heart of Daredevil, someone who fights not because he thinks he'll win, but because it's the right thing to do. When the Netflix show got cancelled, I was heartbroken. I was lost. We would never get a show like this ever again. I even contemplated, did we even deserve this show in the first place? When Disney and Marvel announced Daredevil Born Again, I was over the moon. The fact that I was going to be able to see peak content again, and that the same actors were returning, made me so happy. We indeed saw peak, and with season 2 around the corner, we are going to be in for a treat. It was almost like the legacy set was something so special that no one would dare to leave it in the dust. So why has Daredevil become my favourite Marvel character? Because he feels the most human. He's flawed, he makes mistakes, he gets hurt, and yet he fights on for justice, for his city, for his soul, one heartbeat at a time. Daredevil reminds me about my favourite DC character, Batman. Batman and Daredevil have a lot of similarities. Both try to do the right thing, both have suffered severe trauma, and both have immensely strong willpower. For me, Daredevil is a reminder that even when life knocks you down, when the world seems broken, you can choose to get back up. You can choose to fight. And that's why Matt Murdock will always be that guy. So, in other words, Daredevil's basically an aura farmer. He has so much aura that he is in contention with characters like Sung Jin-woo, Satoru Gojo, and Uchiha Madara. I am obviously joking. Well, kind of. All these characters are ridiculously strong. Daredevil may not have superhuman strength or flashy powers, but one thing that will always separate him from the rest is that he is a good lawyer.
I'm a really good lawyer.
Thanks so much for watching. Who is your favorite Marvel character and why? Is it still Spider-Man or even Iron Man? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you haven't watched Daredevil yet, seriously, give it a shot. You might be surprised. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.